It's the Cowboys and the Packers, and it's coming up next.
The playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, it's the second game here on this wild card Saturday, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Green Bay Packers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on It's the second of our two games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports. This taken in, and look at this. Right away, a loose football, and the Packers pick it up. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So just a disastrous start to a playoff game as they fumble away the opening kickoff.
It's so simple. Ball security, so important in a game like this.
Already here, they'll audible to something else.
Ready?
Love, they go play action now. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in the zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Here we go, set, ready.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So the football and a very quick 3-and-out to start the game.
Look, stats are going to be decided as the game goes on, but bottom line is that's not the quick start that every team looks for when they begin a game.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long, better than 40 touchdown passes. That means he made good decisions, and his team trusted him with the ball. So I can't imagine a scenario in this game where they change their philosophy. If they trusted him in the regular season, they're going to trust him now and let him turn it loose.
Prescott now. That's going to be caught by Moss. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And able to get this to the 31.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Cowboys are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that fourth seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. But I got to tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get to host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason, and the champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. Now the ball comes loose, and the Packers pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Been a nightmare of a first quarter for him. 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. As he starts again here, 1st and 10. Field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. In motion right goes Reed. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Powers ahead at the 45. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Set, punt.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Stays on his feet. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Ready.
Second down and a yard.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Okay,
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Ready, ready.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Now we'll get a timeout as they tend to an injured player, and looks like that's their receiver, Christian Watson. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Go now.
Jacobs going to try the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Black swap. Set.
Counter play with Jacobs. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
Love now. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. 4th down and no hesitation from Matt LaFleur as he sends out the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. First down, here's Mitchell. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Looking to throw, Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Moss. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Here's Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Prescott to throw it. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Prescott. Fighting through pressure. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 3rd down and 6. To throw is Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Taking it about the 16. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. But we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
2nd and 12. They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
second down. Jacobs once more. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, here comes Jacobs. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a second down and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. A solid stiff arm. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 61 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Love. He finds his man complete. It's Ford. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 34 yards. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make it 17-13. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this. But you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to deal with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Here's Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. To the air again, Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now Prescott. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Fourth down, Prescott. Flushed out right. Burst by him near the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Holding offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag. Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
But first, let's take a look ahead to Sunday's action in the NFC. A 3-6 battle that ought to be a good one, as it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them, because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot. Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the completion good for just 3, and it'll be second down. Here's Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Going back to Love. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Love looking to throw it. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Ball at the 8 here for second and a yard. Maybe a touch less. To pass, here's Jordan Love. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. To throw now. Here's Love. And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there. Second down. Now Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jordan Love taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this out to the 25. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Prescott from the gun on third. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And quickly out wide, this is Watson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
To the air again, Love. That'll be caught right side by Reed. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Throwing, Love. Finds his receiver, Watson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Love now. Down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Jacobs trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Jacobs again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Josh Jacobs taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers are able to extend their lead.
Ah, what a luxury it is to be able to call on a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Prescott to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Moss. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Another run with Mitchell, and he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter play. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Can't officially call this a win for them yet, but it's looking good to move on to the divisional round. They'll be on the road, of course, as an underdog. But the age-old question, would you rather have the momentum they're going to have or sitting at home with a bye? I'm sure you'd probably rather have the bye.
You remember that conference call we had before the playoffs started? We were talking with some people in the industry and some of the coaches that are out there. And we kind of posed the same question. You know, if you're coming off of a game like this, you know, and you're taking on a team that had that open week, which way do you want to go? And you remember the answer they gave us? I want the better team.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
I get it. But I think there's a lot to having that momentum of having played versus coming off of that layoff, because maybe you start a little bit slower. We see those upsets happen all the time.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Packers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And that will be incomplete. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That's taken on the 25. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing, Prescott. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. So he stopped for no gain, and it's 2nd down. Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. And all the way down to the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set them back on 2nd.
If they're able to come back to tie or win this game, I think this is a play that we're going to look back on as the game changer. They really changed the tone and what the opposition wanted to do when they're trying to run some time off the clock and add to its lead late in this contest.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He finds Watson, it's caught. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at the 20. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And this wild card game has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the 4th, with obviously a very critical drive forthcoming as they start with a 1st down. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 2nd and 6. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. To throw is Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Prescott now. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Prescott. That is caught. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. To the air again, Prescott. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can. It's 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talking about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play. And they got it right there, partner.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Up the middle they go. Lloyd, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return. So Dak and the Cowboys down 27-24. A minute 37 remaining. Prescott, a field goal could get this playoff game to overtime, but this crowd, they are going to make it tough as they line up 1st and 10. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Prescott. Able to complete to Moss.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Dak. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Here's Dak. Throw left side, complete to Moss. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. To throw, Prescott. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, but they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. One last shot now for Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's in! Are you kidding me?
How do you get that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. This one is going to sting for a while. I mean, how do you let that happen defensively?
One stop.
One stop. I know that it's easy to say that from the booth, but
it is.
How do you let that happen, partner?
That's one of those where sometimes you get overzealous on defense, get out of your lanes, don't take care of your assignments. But let's just go ahead and focus on the offensive guy. Look what they got done.
Yeah.
They needed to make one play themselves, and they did it.
Yeah, that's the reverse side. It was a heck of a play and a heck of an ending to this script. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.